What's going on, everyone? Mr. Ladd here. It's been a while since I've done a wheel tutorial video. You see a ton of YouTube shorts going on around, but sometimes it's nice to have someone kind of do it slower and explain the process. And so I'm going to be very quick with it. I don't want to take 20 minutes for a wheel tutorial video. I got the stuff to do today, but I do want to go ahead and quickly describe what I got going on. Right here in this bottle, I have my degreaser. It's super clean, full strength. It gets the job done. Really good for cleaning wheels. For cleaning tires. You can use it for wheels, but today I'm working with a ceramic coated wheel, so I'm going to work with something a little bit more direct and focused towards that. In this bottle, I have an iron remover, so it's one of those products that has thioglycolic acid inside of it that when in contact with iron, it rapidizes or expedites the process of oxidation, turns purple, and helps remove and clean the iron off the surface, which in this case would be the brake dust. I have PNS Iron Buster in this bottle, cheap bottle I got from Sam's Club. Horrible bottle, but gets the job done. Then I just have a various assortment of brushes. I have one for inside the barrels of the wheels. I got one for the tires, and then one for the actual rim itself. Very simply, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rinse off the wheel first. Just to kind of help get some of the brake dust off. If you were at my angle, you would see that already there's brake dust traveling down the driveway. So that means that a lot of this brake dust is loose. Now, the first thing that I want to do is I want to go ahead and spray my degreaser on the tire because it's going to help break down the previous dressings that were on the tire. It's going to go ahead and start doing its job. I'm going to let that sit for a bit. Then next, I'm going to go ahead and take my iron buster, my iron fallout remover. This bottle is not the best, so it's going to be a weird spray pattern. I always recommend something with a little bit of a wider fan, but this does get the job done, and for the price that I got it at, it is what it is, right? Now I'm going to go ahead and start scrubbing the tires over here. Oh, before I forget, I want to go ahead and get inside the wells as well. Now, when it comes to the wells, especially for a car like this, it's not driven a whole lot, it's more of a weekend vehicle. I'm going to go ahead and just let the degreaser kind of cure on the inside of the wheel well, and then I'll just use the pressure washer, and that's going to get the job done there. If you want, you can go ahead and get a dedicated brush for that. You can even use your barrel brush for that, but I'd rather keep this for the actual barrels of the wheel rather than the wells, the wheel wells. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and scrub the tire. Now, this is a vehicle that I maintain, so it's not the dirtiest. There's probably just a couple hundred miles since the last time I've cleaned it. But I'm going to simply go ahead and take the brush and start scrubbing. And honestly, all I'm trying to do is remove that outer layer of tire dressing that was previously applied, and I'm going to go ahead and reapply the same dressing I used before, and there's already a base layer. It really helps to kind of think smart, not hard. Now, if you want, you can use the same brush as long as it's like a softer brush. You can use it for the face of the wheel. I personally don't because I want to go ahead and leave this as a dedicated tire brush. Rinse that out. Then I'm going to go ahead and get in the barrels of the wheels. I'll spray a little bit of product. Now this easy detail brush, you can see it's bent through it. The handle's even broken off. That's the one bad thing about these brushes, right? They're so expensive and they don't even last. I don't know, maybe I'm just too destructive, I don't know. But you can already see the purple's coming down. So the product is doing its job. Quick little side note, if you like content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Would love that. Been on this game for a little bit. Would love to see you come along with me throughout this journey of detailing, so to say, right? Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my smaller brush, and I'm going to go ahead and clean. Now, the face of the wheels, I'm going to get in these lug nuts. This is going to be a little bit more of the detailed, orientated portion. Now, if you notice with my easy detail brush, I got kind of in between these spokes here a little bit. I figured I might as well do that because I'm already there. And if it makes my job easier throughout the detail portion, For those of you who've been in the detailing game for not very long, you know that as you use these smaller brushes, these detail brushes, your wrist can start to hurt a little bit. And so you want to go ahead and, like I said, think smart, not hard. It's easier to get in there with the easy detail brush and kind of help with those areas. You might as well, right? Now, a lot of people say, well, what about the caliper? What about the brake caliper? You know, it's one of those things where, yeah, if we were going to take off the wheel, we can really get in depth there. But just go ahead and take your smaller brush and start to get in there. These have been ceramic coated, so they're much easier to maintain. The chemical in a pressure washer, for the most part, gets most of the job done. So now that I got all that done, I'm going to go ahead. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean the inside of the wheel well. Next, as you can already see, I've already started doing, I'm starting to hit the tires, and then I'm going to work from the tires, and I'm going to go center, and then hit the wheel, the barrels of the wheel at the end. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to dry the tire. Dry the wheel. Go ahead if you want to take a spray wax or something to kind of help with the wipe down on the outside. Go ahead and do that. As far as the towel goes, I usually leave a few of these nasty towels that have already been used, and that way I can use on cases like this. Here I'm using the P&S Defender. It's their newer SiO2 spray sealant, spray wax, spray detailer, whatever you want to call it, right? It's a spray with SiO2 inside of it. And it's a good product, especially for a drying aid on wheels and even drying aid for paint. Gets the job done. And you can go ahead and use that. Now, the way to be the most thorough with a detail like this, once again, is taking the wheel off of the vehicle. But we don't have that luxury today. Actually, as a matter of fact, we hardly ever have that luxury. So a method like this is going to get the job done. Customer's going to be happy. They're going to see a nice clean wheel, and it's going to be easier, and already there's a small layer of protection over the ceramic coating that's already on there, right? It's just going to go ahead and help get your job done easier. So that is how you do it. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into the channel. I'm going to say real quick on the exit, if you have not subscribed to the channel, would love for you to get on board the Mr. Ladd community. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell as I pump out more content like this. And if there's anything you'd like to see done, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. But once again, Mr. Ladd here signing out. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day.